Hi! Happy Wednesday. Hope you're all okay. Hope everyone's well. Hope this is working. There we go. I can see us now. It's like, oh, there's nothing coming up on the screen. We've had a busy day. It's the storm coming your way. It's very, very blustery out there at the moment. I'm not looking forward to driving to Harrogate tomorrow in a humongous van with the wind buffering me over the bridge. It's going to be a fun drive. So yeah, we've had a busy day. Got all the van packed up. Got loads of there's some new wool gone on the website as well, so check that out. There's two new ones. One's called That Colour Vibe, and the other one is called Colour Code XL with new patterns. So I put those on today as well. So yeah, it's all been good. How are you all? I'm not getting any comments, my darling, so hopefully you're there. Say hello if you are. 2 seconds, my phone is going crazy. Let me just mute it a second. Hang on, there we go. Just turn that down. There we go. Cool. Hi Lindy Lou, how are you, my darling? Hi Natalie. Yeah, the wind is picking up. Yeah, it really is. It's like proper, I can hear it all the time. It's crazy. Hi Karen, how are you? Hi Marilyn. Hi Lynn. Oh, your challenge packs arrived. Excellent. Yeah, we've had a few people say they've arrived, so you've all got to get your thinking hats on now. And remember, if you suddenly think, oh yeah, I'm done with that one, I've made that, you can always order another one and enter again. You can enter as many times as you like. Hi Liz, hello. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a little bag. It's called a little half moon bag. Now, you might have seen these. These are all the rage everywhere at the moment. You can see them in all the high street shops. It's basically like an updated version of a bum bag. You know, those things we had in the 80s. So it looks a little bit like that, but it's got this big long crossbody so that you can pop it over like that. Now, obviously, I'm trying to hold it up so you can see, but it sits down nice and low, okay? And you've got a little adjustable strap on it as well so that you can, you know, have it sitting where you want. But I've done this one, which was my little sample one to try and work out the pattern, in a little denim chambray. But I've put in an amazing, look at that. That's that new Whimsy Wonderland in there. So it's got a really, really bright innard. So hi Eileen, hello my lovely. Hi Cheryl, oh you're in the holiday in the Yorkshire Dales, it's very wet and windy. Oh sorry babes, hopefully you still have a nice time though. Hi Grace, how are you love? I think I've missed a few people, but didn't realise you're on the road tomorrow. Yes darling, yeah, Harrogate tomorrow. Harrogate set up tomorrow for Harrogate, and then the show is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I'll be able to show everybody the group quilts, hopefully. I mean, you know, it should be there. You like this? Oh, so we're going to go over to the overhead just so you can see it properly. It's yeah, it's a little like half moon. It's got a little cross zip at the top like that. And then I've put a nice big pocket in there, but you could add extra pockets, or you could put a zipper pocket, or put a cam snap or something in there. But I used that new Whimsy Wonderland fabric on the inside, just so it's got a real pop of colour on the inside. And then we've got a nice big long strap which is adjustable, so you can have it sort of short and tucked under your arm, or you can have it long sat at your waist. And because you're making this yourself as well, it means that, you know, if you like something that's a bit longer, or if you're more short-bodied like I am, you can have it smaller or larger. Hi Leslie, how are you darling? Hi Patricia as well. Oh, you're there too. So this is what we're going to do today. So I'm going to take you through. I've prepped a few of the steps already. Now I'm raiding my stash, I'm using up some old pieces, and I found this piece of fabric which was just enough to do another one, which has got little bears all over it. Look, baby bear and big bear, like little constellation bears. So I'm going to use this as my outer. You basically need, I think you could get away with a fat quarter, no not quite, half a metre of two fabrics will do the whole thing. So you can raid this out of your stash. You also need a zip, which is at least 17 inches long. Now I only had white, so it's going to be white on this, I'm afraid. I couldn't find a navy one that was long enough. So I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to cut, all right? So from your outer fabric and your lining fabric, you're going to cut a 16-inch square, okay? So I know this camera's quite low. Let me just see if I can get it to go higher a second. Get it to go up a little bit so that we've got a little bit more space. Hang on. I don't know if that's any better. It might be, it might not be. There we go. Oh, sorry about the wobbly camera. You might need one of these. Okay, Lindy Lou, you might need one of these, my darling. You like a new bag, you do. So I've cut a 16-inch square out of my outer fabric, and I cut a 16-inch square out of my inner fabric as well, my lining fabric. You also, if you're going to put a pocket on, you need, hang on, where's my measurements? Where's my measurements? You need a pocket piece out of your lining, which is 6 inches by 11 inches. Sorry, 6.5 by 11. And then for your handle and your little fixing bit here for your D-ring, you need 2 pieces, which are, got to remember, 4 inches by 6.5 and 35 inches. That was right for me, by 6.5. Okay, I've already made the handle, all right, but I'll show you how to do that with this piece. So that's kind of it, everything you need. Now to get that circle shape, that half moon shape, we're going to do a bit of maths. So I'm going to fold it in half and then fold it in half again, like that. Okay, and you want to really iron it. Hi Carol, how are you? Hi Claire. Hi Marion. There we go. So you really want to iron this. You really want those creases in there. Okay, so you want to get those creases in there because you're going to need those in a moment. All right. So I'm going to do that like that. Okay, and then we're going to do a little bit of marking. And I've just realised, where is my white pencil? Where is my white pencil gone? I've got to have a white or a silver one here somewhere, surely. I must have a marking pencil. Why have I never got one? I need one. Oh, no, that's cuticle oil. That's not. Oh, let me try this one. Let me try this one. This one might work. Okay. And you're going to need a ruler as well, my darlings. So, okay. Basically, you're going to find the 8-inch mark on your ruler, which is down here, and you're going to put that. So, that's my raw edge. Those are my raw edges here and here, and this is like my closed corner. Okay, so I'm going to put my 8-inch mark on the closed corner like that, and I'm going to mark like that, and then I'm going to move it a little bit, put my 8-inch and mark like that, and I'm just going to put as many marks in. I put about 8 to 10 in, just moving it as I went. Now you could find something that's circular, I suppose, and draw around it like that. Ooh. Just keep going. I want as many marks as I can to get a nice smooth. There we go. I suppose if you could do the compass thing, couldn't you? But I found this easiest way to do it with what I had to hand. Although stupidly, I've chosen a really dark fabric, which is not easy to mark, is it? There we go, like that. I'm putting in lots and lots of, just keeping that 8-inch there. Putting it, lots of different marks in so that I'm always 8 inches up all the way along like that. Okay, so I've got a little line of marks there. I don't know if you can see that, guys. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play dot to dot. So I'm going to go from the corner and I'm just going to join those dots. All right, so all the way along like that, joining those dots all the way up to the corner. Okay, so I've given myself that nice curve. You're now going to cut along that curve. Hi Taryn, how are you, lovely? Catching the first live for a while. I know I might keep a Wednesday as an evening if you want, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that out along that curve now. Now you could use scissors, but I'm feeling brave, so I'm just going to use my rotary cutter like that. Okay, although I think I've managed to pick up the rotary cutter that I haven't got a fresh blade in. I put a fresh blade in yesterday and it was like, ta-da! Oh my god, it's so amazing. Here we go, just cutting out that edge like that, all the way to the corner. There we go, and I've got that nice curve, okay? Like I said, you could draw around something if you've got something the right shape, but that worked for me. Okay. Right. Going to open that out now. And again, and now I'm just going to cut it in half across that middle line. So basically I'm making this, it's the whole moon. I'm making a half moon. So through like that. And that's why, yeah, it was, that's the dodgy rotary cutter. You get the one that's got a nice fresh blade in it. There we go. Like that. That's why you ironed in those creases. So it's all nice and easy. So there we go. We've got now, that would be the front and back of the outer of our bag. I did exactly the same for the inner piece. Okay, like that. I've done exactly the same for the inner. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with the little pocket. This is just a standard little turned pocket. So we're going to fold it in half like that. Again, I'm going to give that a very quick press. And then what we want to do, so obviously this is a nice neat edge. That's going to be the top of, top of our pocket. We're going to sew, leaving a gap in this bottom bit here. So I'm going to sew from there up to there, and from there up to there, leaving a gap so we can turn it through. So that's what we're going to do first. So over to the machine. Work gets in the way. Oh, excuse me. Work gets in the way for lunchtime. It's good to watch on a Wednesday and say hi to everybody. Yeah, oh, I'm sorry, I've got the wrong foot on. Let me just whip this foot off and change it over. Where's my little lever? There it is. So you're going to use edge of foot on this. So you want just a standard, your standard sewing foot. You're going to do sort of 3/8 of an inch seam allowance on all of this. Okay, it's not a 1/4 inch or anything. Okay, so there we go. Ooh. Oh, hang on. There's my machine is cleverer than I am. It's going, that's not the right foot. What foot have you got on there? That is 1D. Sorry. Oh, I'll just knock the camera. 2 seconds. Let me just swap that foot over. Let me find the right foot. Where is it? There it is. My machine's going, no, that's not it. Okay, so we're just going to make a little pocket. Yeah, if you want to, guys, I might continue doing the Wednesday evenings. I think it gives us a bit more time. For those of you in work and stuff, it gives you a chance to actually join in as well for a change. So what do you think? Should we keep a Wednesday evening? I mean, I'm happy to just stick to 1 o'clock if that's what you prefer, but I just think maybe a Wednesday we can do some slightly more involved projects because I've got a little bit more time. And it gives you worker bees, those of us who are, you know, are out and about during the day, a little bit more opportunity to join in. Okay, so back over we go. Over here. Okay, all I'm going to do is just clip those corners there. So there and there. And then before I turn it through the gap, I'm going to flip this open like that and just iron it. It's just easier. It's just little step just makes it easier. There we go. Like that. Okay, so then we're going to turn it through the gap and give it a good press. Even on a Wednesday, good. Okie doke. I will. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I just need to clip that corner as well so it turns through. Missed those ones. There and clip all my corners. There we go. Okay, I will, for the foreseeable future then, I will, where I can, I will keep a Wednesday evening, okay? I just think it means that we can do some more involved projects, even if it means we do it over like 2 Wednesdays or something, you know, if it's a slightly more complicated thing, rather than all real lots and lots of little quickie things. Right, give that a good press. There's my little pocket, and then I'm gonna, what I want to do now is just top stitch right the way along there. So I'm just gonna, that's the folded edge, the not the open edge. I'm gonna top stitch that first, and then we're gonna attach it to the lining. So back over we go. Wednesday evenings, brilliant. Okay, we'll say that I'll keep to a Wednesday evening then. We'll still do Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 o'clock. But I'll do a Wednesday evening from, you know, for the foreseeable future. Let's see if it works for people. And then we can, if it doesn't, we can just revert back. If not, then, you know, it means that we can carry on a little bit, can't we? Right, top stitch along there. Let's get rid of those threads. There we go, like that. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to take one of the lining pieces. Okay. Oh, my lines come out, so let's just put that centre line back in there. And then just find the centre of this little pocket, which is there and there. And we're going to pop that down. And you want it about an inch down from the top. Okay, it doesn't have to be exact, approximately an inch down. Okay, pop some pins in. And then we're going to just sew down the edge there, across the bottom and back the edge, along that edge to make the little pocket. Pop a couple of pins in there and away we go again. So far, nice and simples. Nice and simples. So how many of you are coming over to Harrogate to see me? I know some of you are coming. I know Eileen's coming to say hello. I know Cheryl's coming to say hello. Anyone else coming to say hello? I think it's the last one at the Harrogate Showground. I think they're moving it next year. I think it's going to be moved to Wetherby, which is about 15-20 minutes up the road. Which is a shame because it's a lovely, lovely venue. It's a bit cold, mind, but it is a lovely venue. But I do understand from the organisers' point of view, they've got really, really expensive. They've massively upped their prices. And they would either have to make us traders pay a lot more or move it. So it makes sense, I suppose, to move it, doesn't it? Okay, there's my pocket. Right, now we're going to put in a zip. All right, we're going to put this to one side. Now, we're going to take one of our outer pieces. And the first thing you're going to do, this was a little trick that I saw online, is you're going to find the centre of your zip, like that. And you're going to make a tiny little notch either side of the centre, actually in the zipper tape. So there and there. Only a little one like that, but it just gives you something to line up right in the centre along that centre line. I was like, that makes life easier. And then I'm just going to pop a couple of pins in just to hold that zip. Oh no, sorry, done this wrong. Zipper face down. I've got the zip face up so you can see the pull is here. I want the zipper face down. Sorry about that. It's because I was talking and not concentrating. So I'm just going to pop a pin there and another pin over here for now, like that. And then I'm going to take my piece that I've just put my pocket on, and that's going to go right sides together. Okay, so again, there's my centre line. I can see that little notch. Line that all up like that, and then pin it all together. Now I'm using pins, but you can secure this however you like. Some people like to tack it. Some people use fabric glue. You know, the pens that we use for EPP. And I think it was Jean was telling me the other day that she uses that for her zips, and it works really, really well. There we go. Just make sure that's all nicely lined up there to there. Come on, where are you? Just fiddling with that a little bit there. It didn't want to sit flat. There we go. And then this side as well, like that. Okay, and then we're going to take it over to the machine. I'm going to put a zipper foot on, and we're going to stitch pretty close, about 1/16 of an inch away from the zipper teeth. You're going to feel it. I tend to use my finger to feel it, and we're going to stitch that down. Clever idea with the zip. Yeah, I'd not seen that before. It was on a little thing on Pinterest that I saw, and I was like, oh, that's a good idea. Okay, so I've got to change the foot again. There we go. Oh, it's going to tell me I'm on the wrong foot again, isn't it? Never mind. Never mind. It don't take 2 minutes. Okay, so this is now, what's this one? I can never... Oh no, I've... Idiot. Just put the 1/4 inch foot on. Where's my zipper foot gone? There it is. I got it out ready. There we go. So this is now 4D. Foot 4D. At least they're nice and close together, those two. Okay, like that. Which is very clever because it knew to move the needle. It's a very clever machine. I do love it. Okay. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move my needle over a weeny bit so it's as close to the zip as I can get it. Okay, and then we're just going to sew down. Okay, so take it a bit slow and steady, like that. Pop my foot down, and then away we go. So we're just going to sew this zip in place. I'm just kind of feeling each time with the finger. Yes, I do sew over the pins. I don't see it really matters as long as they're at right angles. Oh, that zip's moved a weeny bit there. There we go. Okay, now I've got coming to the point where that zipper pull is. So foot up, pivot around with the needle down, and then just find that zipper pull and get it out of the way. Get it past that foot, which I'm doing very inelegantly today. Hang on. Sorry. Oh, it's because there's a pin there. Thinking, why won't it pull down? There's a flipping pin there. There we go. So yesterday that worked with no hassle at all. Get that zip back where it's supposed to be, like that, and finish sewing down off the end. There we go. What make of sewing machine is it? I have the Benina B570, which is the Quilters edition, and I bloomin' love it, Marion. It's absolutely amazing. If you go and see J&B and tell them you saw me using it, they'll give you the same one as I've got. I cannot recommend it highly enough. It has humongous, great big bobbins. I hardly ever have to do the bobbin. It's cleverer than I am. It could basically do what I want. It could do the job without me, frankly, which would probably be a lot quieter for you guys. Right, so sewn that down. All I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pull this one out like that and give that a quick press, like that. There we go. And then flip that over that side, and we're going to press out that fabric, is the main fabric as well. So it's, yeah, cannot recommend it enough. I absolutely love this machine. It's, you know, it's not the cheapest of machines by far, but I think it's worth every single penny. It really is. Right, okie doke. So I'm just going to zip that up again a little bit like that. And then we're going to put the other half down. And then we're going to pretend that this is not attached. Ignore this. We're going to basically repeat the process. So the zip goes face down just like it did at the front, and mark up that little notch there like that. And then my lining piece goes on top like that. And then we're going to pin it all back in place. And all my pins are over here. Okay, make sure that's all. Hang on, did I get that centre line? Yes, I did. So in there like that, and then in there like that. I've become a lot less scared of zips recently. I used to hate putting zips in and they'd never go right. And I think it was probably just because I was trying too hard half the time. But I've got a lot better at it recently and not quite as scary as it used to be. Hence why I'm now making a little bag rather than a patchworky thing. There we go. And then, right, that zip's a bit too close to the end, so I'm just going to move that in a weeny bit. There we go. And then line all that back up again. Come on. There and there. My husband's going to have the noise that's going on out there with the wind at the moment. My husband's going to have a bit of a hairy coach trip home. Right, exactly like we did before, all the way down on the machine, nice and close to the zip. So, here we go, like that, and there we go. Talking about this machine though, Marion, if you're still there, the thing that I absolutely love about it is the BSR, which is built in. That's what this little thing is that I keep hooking in. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, don't worry, lovely. Right, I've just realised that zip is getting in my way. So let me just find it a second. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? It's all the way under there now. Let me just pull that away a bit. There we go. It's out of the way now. There we go. I forgot what I was saying. It's the BSR, which is the stitch regulator bit. It's just amazing. It makes your stitching so lovely and neat. And little things like, I think I've shied away from bags and thicker things because my brother, as much as I loved it, really struggled with anything thick. It would skip stitches and I'd have to put a denim needle in and all sorts, and it was a bit of a pain to have to keep doing that. You put like a jeans needle in if I wanted to do anything thick. This, I've got an 80/20 in there because I'm using Aurifel, just a standard needle, and she will go through anything. It's that Swiss engineering, I'm telling you. They're marvels. There we go. Right. Like that, and then we're going to open that one out like that. Give that a quick press. We've got a teeny tiny bit of top stitching, and then we can start actually constructing the bag. Pull this one out like that. Oh, actually, I don't mind the white zip against that fabric. Don't mind it now, actually. I was a bit like, don't really want white, but I could have gone a weeny bit closer on that zip, but I'm not going to worry too much, okay? I'm just going to top stitch down either side now, okay? Just along there, about a 1/16 of an inch either side, just to keep those fabrics away from the zip, and then we can start turning it into a bag. Yeah, I would, absolutely. Go and have a chat down at J&B, lovely. I know you've been there before and stuff. I'm leaving the foot on for top stitching, the zipper foot. I know you've had machines from them before. I'm going to sneeze, I'm sorry. I'm trying to stop myself sneezing, but it's not happening. Yeah, go and have a chat to them down there. And, you know, ask them about the one that I've got, and have a little play on one, because it's fantastic. You just get that zip out of the way. There we go. Are you doing Harrogate with your husband, Sarah? Yes, I am doing Harrogate with my husband. So Sarah's got a class. So originally, Harrogate was going to be the first weekend of September. Of course, we were away in Catalonia, but they had to change the dates, luckily. But when they changed the dates, it clashed with the Storm at Sea class that Sarah's running on Saturday. So yeah, I've had to drag Phil into it again. Poor Sarah's never been to Harrogate. She's never actually got there because there's always seems to be like something on the weekend that it's on that she's got to do. So yeah, Phil's coming with me again to do it. Don't think he's looking forward to it. Oh, bless you. Honestly, Harrogate Showground, there's an amazing like coffee shop and like farm place and all there as well. Maybe leave him there while you look around the quilt show. Sticking with my husband, he'll chat to him about any sort of nonsense. Right, done my top stitching. Back over we go. So, there we go, like that. Alright, doesn't look like a bag at the moment. What we're going to do is now, we're going to put the two outers together, this is kind of the basics with any sort of bag or pouch, isn't it? And the two linings together like that. Okay. Now you need to make a couple of little markings because we're not going to stitch all the way around. We're actually going to leave the zip exposed. So, where is my pen gone now? Dabbed it down again. Oh, we'll use this one. What you want to do is you want to mark down about 1/2 inch. So I'm lying that zip nice and flat. Okay. And I'm going to make a mark. You can measure it if you really want to. Make a mark 1/2 inch down there, like that. And I want to do 1/2 inch the other way as well. And I really do need a proper pen this time, coloured one against the white. And 1/2 inch down there, like that. Okay, you're not going to iron those, you're not going to sew that little bit. And we're going to do the same over here. So 1/2 inch down from there. It's just there. I will write this pattern up. I've taken all the photos and I've half written the pattern. I just haven't had a chance to finish it, but I've got time in hotel time, lots of time in the evenings over the next few days. So I will try and get the pattern written up for this. Right, so I've marked those. And the other thing you want to do is leave yourself a turning gap. So as ever, about 3.5, 4 inch turning gap. And then we're going to pin it all down. So I'm going to just pop those two there. Put some pins in. Like that. Okay, another one there. That's what you need, marking pencils. Yeah, I quite like these ones. These are the washable ones we've got in the shop. The ones I like most of all are the Roxanne pencils. We've just had them back in stock. I don't know what I've done with half of mine though. That's what I went looking for a moment ago. the Roxanne ones are, I love them, absolutely love them. You've got 4 in a pack, they're great. They're on our website, definitely Marilyn. There we go. And then I'm just going to put some pins this side. Okay, so what I'm going to suggest now is slightly unorthodox, but I found it worked. When we do the outer, we're going to use edge of foot, okay, so which is about 3/8 of an inch. And a lot of people do this with bag making, but when we're on the lining, I'm going to do a slightly bigger seam allowance. I'm going to do half an inch on this one, 3/8 here and half here. It just means that the lining is very slightly smaller and it sits into the outer of the bag a little bit easier. Okay, so back over we go. Need to change that foot again. Sorry, so that bit there that I'm disengaging, that's the BSR. It's brilliant. And then that one goes on like that. Re-engage it and then tell it it's the right foot, so she doesn't shout at me again and go, "Oi, you're using your wrong foot." Here we go. So I'm going to start by doing the outer, and I'm going to start where I marked that little 1/2 inch line. I'm going to get the zip out of the way like that. Have I got it? Come on. There we go. And I'm going to just do edge of foot at this point, okay? So around the outer, I'm doing edge of foot. Oh, idiot. I didn't put the needle back to the centre. It was still all the way over on the... There we go. Hang on. I'm just going to very quickly unpick that little bit that I've just done because the needle was in the wrong place. There we go. Unpicked. Okay, right. So now the needle's in the right place. Let's start from that 1/2 inch mark there. And round we go. Okay, so I'm just, because it's a curve, just go a bit slow and steady as you go round. All the way. So has anybody got anything interesting to tell me? Anybody got anything there to chat about? All the way round, like that. And remember, I'm heading for that 1/2 inch mark here, and I want to stop there. Okay, so I'll take that last pin out there, a little bit more to there, and then go backwards. Basically, don't sew the zip. That's the key to this one. Don't sew the zip. On this side, I'm going to do a slightly bigger seam allowance. So now I need to move the needle over like that. Start at that little 1/2 inch mark there. There it is. Okay, and then away we go. All the way down. It just makes everything lie a bit flatter. Not fatter, flatter. And then don't sew the chaining gap. Has anybody got their mystery package yet? I know some of you have. Has anybody else had theirs? Anybody got any amazing ideas? I don't want to know what the ideas are, but have you got a clue at what you're doing? There we go. Up we go. Round like that and to that 1/2 inch mark. Come on. There it is. And then backwards. And cut the thread. Okay. Over we go back here. All these pins can come out now. Now it's quite a gentle curve. You don't need to clip into it. You can if you want to, but you really don't need to. Did I leave the zip open? Might not have. Did I leave the zip open at all? Oh, I did. It's okay. I did leave the zip open. I was thinking, oh, I'm going to be in trouble now. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to turn the whole thing through the gap. So birth that bag, out we come, like that. All the way through. And then obviously make sure you keep your zip open because otherwise it doesn't want to go. Your mystery package hasn't arrived yet. You opted for second class post. Yeah, unfortunately, if it's second class, it might take a few days, lovely. They've all gone out. All the orders have been done. You've had mine. You know what? Got an idea what you might do. Oh, nice. Sean was like, you should remind people not to say what's in their mystery bags. Oh, yes, please do. Don't actually tell anybody or show anything until the date. You don't tell people what's in their packs. What's in your pack, please. Okay, right, sorry, I'm struggling a bit. Here we go, got the zip now. What you want to do is make sure that these zipper ends are out. So, yeah, please don't tell anybody what's in the mystery packs. The whole point is, it's a mystery. Is it Toya Wilcox? It's the mystery. That one? I won't sing. Mine arrived Saturday and lots of ideas. Amazing. There we go. So you're going to actually, I know this looks really untidy, but you want these to poke out. And then I'm going to put my finger up that side as well. And push that one out of there. Come on. Out it comes. There we go. There's one. And there's two. Okay, you're going to sew up that gap later, but for now I won't do that. You all know how to sew up a gap. But we've got the start of a bag. So just going to make sure nothing's catching, which it's not. Okay, we've got that. So this looks all really strange at the moment, but I promise it's all going to make sense in a minute, all right? Because you don't normally have all these horrible ends out like that, but you need them. So I've already made the handle, but the handle is made in exactly the same way as this little tether piece, okay? So you're going to do exactly this with both pieces. On one edge, all right, you're just going to fold it over, what's that, about 1/2 inch, just to make a little short hem. Okay, and then we're going to do like we do normally. So we're going to fold it in half, like that. And then we're going to fold it into the middle. Now, I'm not going to go exactly to the middle, okay? I'm going to give myself a weeny little bit of wiggle room, just under 1/4 inch. I found it needed it, just a little bit. Needed that extra bit of space, like that. Fold over again, and there's my little tether piece. Now, normally, when you're making bag handles, we'd sew round, but you don't want to do that. You're going to just sew down the 2 long ends. You're going to leave the short ends unsewn and open, okay? You're going to do exactly the same for your handle piece. So basically, I did exactly that with this long piece. You can see that my ends are still open. Only one of them is hemmed. You don't need to hem the other one. Just turn the one end over. Okay, so we're going to take this piece of the machine and we're just going to top stitch down both long edges. What's that, Claire? Yours arrived Saturday and you've got lots of ideas. Amazing. Can't wait to see them. Lovely. I love the mystery box challenge. I love it when we do it for our birthdays because you guys come up with some amazing things. I just don't know where you get your ideas from half the time. Like last time we did it for our birthday, I was just like, this is just brilliant. I'd never have thought of doing some of those things. You know, I think of myself as a relatively creative person. Okay, so that's all down one edge. And I'm going to flip it and top stitch down the other edge as well. Oh my goodness, that wind is getting so strong out there. I can really hear it like buffeting against the house now. There we go. Okay. Oh, sorry, I forgot to go to the machine, didn't I? Sorry, guys. Oops. I was just chattering away there and you were looking at a blank screen. Basically, all I did was top stitch down both long edges. Don't. Because I was getting excited about mystery boxes. Right. Okay. The hemmed edge now is going to go over these zipper ends. So, open your zip up a little bit. And get everything kind of seam to seam, nice and flat like that, okay? And I found if I put a pin here, just to hold everything in place for a second, that worked, all right? And then carefully, don't let your zipper pull come off the end. Get those zip ends nice together. Now, this one's quite long. I'm going to trim off a weeny bit, just a little bit, okay? You want about that much off the edge. All right, get that zipper nice and flat. What you want to do is, you know when you box corners and you kind of put it flat like that, that's kind of the feeling you want here, is you want the zip to kind of hit the zip, the side seam. All right, so this is all nice and flat. Get that zip pull out of the way. Let's grab a clip. If I put a clip flat there and get that zip pull out of the way, like that. Just spend a couple of minutes just getting this as sort of kind of as flat as you can, like that. It won't go completely flat. that's the nature of the curve, it won't. And then with your hemmed edge, so I'm going to open up that hemmed edge there, like that. I'm going to slide that on over the top. So this is quite fiddly to do. First of all, there we go, got it. That's it. Get it in and then wiggle it down. Wiggle it right down. You really almost, so it's, you know, like really shove it in there so you've got as much as you can. So the zipper is about there now. So what's that, about an inch and a half, nearly 2 inches. So it's well in there, okay? And then just spend a second just making sure, again, that that zip is right in the center of there. Pop a little clip or a pin or something on it. We're going to do exactly the same this side. Okay, so again, this one's gone, oh, that one worked quite nicely. Nice and flat really quickly, which is good. There we go. Again, that's a little bit long. Let's chop a bit of that zip off, like that. You're going to use the hemmed edge of your handle on this side. So again, open up that handle like that. Slide that in. And shove it all down, like that. Again, so you've got about an inch and a half, inch and 3/4 inside the handle. Make sure that that zips in the middle there. So trying to line that up as much as possible. Grab another clip on either side. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this over to the machine and we're going to stitch a box. Okay, so you're still with me. You've all gone very quiet. Hopefully you're just concentrating. So I'm going to stitch along like that and I'm going to create a little box and I'm going to put a cross in as well. Okay, to really anchor that in. All right, so, and I'm going to do the same the other side too. Hi Jean, how are you, lovely? Right, I remember to go over to the machine this time. Haha, sorry about that. Right, I'm going to open the zip up a little bit so I can get this under the machine. Now, if your machine's not a Benina and it does struggle a little bit, put a jean needle in. Hang on, needle back to the centre. There we go. Put a jean needle in at this point, okay? So, what we're going to do is I am going to go a little bit slower over this. There we go. Over like that. Needle down. I'm just going to stitch up the top stitching like that. Round I go again. I'm creating that little box. I'm sure you guys have done this loads, anyone, on any sort of handle. And then down like that. A lot of bag techniques are quite new to me because I don't do a huge amount of bags. I do a lot of like tote bags and decorative bags, but not necessarily like actual handbagging type stuff. There we go, and now I'm doing the cross. So I'm going to go back down that same side, like that. So I can come across that way, make that cross. Ooh, bit wonky. Back down the other side, and I'm going to go across the bottom one last time. So that's had like 2 passes to make sure it's really nice and secure. Because I don't want the zip pulling out. And then reverse stitch and cut my thread. How are you, Jean? Are you all okay, lovely? Okay, so that's all nice and neat and secure now. Oh, it's not neat because I've got threads everywhere, but I'll cut those off in a minute. All nice and secure. Going to do the same on the other side with the handle. Okay, so talk amongst yourselves for a second. Let's get that one off there. There we go, and then away we go. We have had one space come up today on the Tuffet class. So it sold out really quickly, but if you did want to do it and you didn't get a chance to get a space, we've had a cancellation today, so you could, if anybody fancies it, it's on the 6th and 7th. It is a 2-day course, that one, but it is there is a space on it now. Okay, so you can grab that if anybody wants to. Oh, I made a right mess there. What have I done? Oh, I've caught a random thread in it. And then I'm going to do my cross. There we go. That way. Need to come this way. Getting all disorientated then. We have got, I think there's only one space left on the circular bargello. but there's about 5 or 6 spaces left on the stained glass if anybody wants to join us. That's the 4th of November and the 18th. There we go. Right, all done. You're good, excellent. Nice to hear, Jean. Okay, back over we go. And just then spend a bit of time burying your ends, get rid. I'm not actually gonna do it now. I'm just gonna do this one side. Get rid of all your ends, but you've got that nice, neat bit there. Okay, let me get this iron out of the way. Okay, so you can see that zip now can't go anywhere because those ends are all enclosed. All right, like that. You can see you've got your pocket and all in there. So now you can add your hardware. Because start with a D-ring on this short end here. So I'm going to pop a D-ring on like that. Okay, it could be any size. I've got a D-ring, but it could be one of the rectangular ones, any colour or anything. Okay, and then I'm going to fold over about 1/2 inch again, that one, and I'm going to take it over to about there. So what's that? About a thumb's width away from the edge of that little strapping piece. Okay, need a clip again, and I'm going to clip that one in just to take it to the machine. All right, and then this time I'm not going to do a box. I'm just going to stitch over here. Okay, just backwards twice. Okay, just forward and then backwards to hold all that in place. And we're nearly done. What's that? Oh, mind you, we've been nearly an hour. Sorry, but then that's the joy of doing these the evening ones. It does give me a little bit more time to show you a project in full, I suppose, doesn't it? There we go. So, oh, so nice to have a machine that actually goes through thick stuff without me swearing a lot, which would make a change for me. Lovely bag. Thanks, Sandra. There we go. Ignore all those threads. I'll deal with those later. Okay, right. And then I'm going to put an adjustable buckle on the handle so I can make it shorter or longer if I want to. Right. First things first, get it nice and flat. Make sure that there's no twists or anything in it. And then I'm going to put it through the buckle there like that. You see this little bar here? Move that out of the way and then back down over the bar to start with, all right? Like that. Ooh, these buckles weren't quite big enough. Never mind. Could have done with being a little bit smaller. This handle being a little bit smaller. I'm then going to take the end of the handle through the D-ring like that. Again, making sure it's all nice and flat, like that. Now, where the handle's over the bar, pull some out so you've got a little bit of play. Can you see? It looks like that now. Okay. And then I'm going to take this end, which is the raw edge. I'm going to take it basically as I did here. So take it up this side of the buckle. Oh, there we go, like that. Can you see it's that side of the bar? And then this is quite hard to do it so that you guys can see. It's much easier when it's facing me. And then back through like that. Okay. And then I'm just going to pull that through a little bit more. Not too much. There we go, like that. All right, ignore this bit and this now. We're just dealing with the bit that's gone through, the second bit that's gone through the bar. We're going to turn over a little tiny hem like that. And we're going to take it over to the strap. Hopefully you can see what I've done there. Okay, so that's kind of it. Pretend like this bit that's round that bar. Like that. Let's put a pin there, just hold it in. And then we're going to stitch that down, okay? So I'm going to stitch down just, again, 2 little lines there. And then the bag's done. Okay, so you've got to try and just get all the rest of the handle out of the way. So I'm just stitching down that little bit there. Now I want it in there like that. Get that pin out of the way now. Stitch like that. And I am just going to do a little bit because this, there we go, just make life easier because I folded over a little bit too much. And down like that. So I've done like a little rectangle rather than 2 lines, just for a bit of extra security. There we go. Okay, and the bag's done. Apart from cleaning it all up. There we go. So, what you're going to do now is you're just going to pull that strap down so it's nice and flat. Pull that through like that, and that's now adjustable. Okay, so you can make that strap as long or as short as you want it to be. So you could have it just as a, as a carry bag, a hand, what's the word? Like a clutch, just or a shoulder bag. So, like that, it would be a shoulder bag, wouldn't it? But then if it's all the way long, it can be a crossbody. Oh, hang on. There we go, crossbody like that. The only last thing to do, obviously clean up my threads, is just to sew up that little gap in the bottom, okay? Which I will do in a moment. I'm going to hand stitch that though, because I like to hand stitch some clothes. So I'm going to hand stitch that. And then you've got room for everything. You can get loads in there, get your phone in there, all sorts. There we go, zipped up. I'd give it a bit of a press. There's my new polar bear bag. I'm liking that a lot. He might have to go to Harrogate with me. I might have to swap out my bag. It didn't take too long, did it? Not really. Here we go. Oh, let me come back over here now, guys. Hi. Hello. So yeah, it's my new polar bear bag. I'm liking it. You can see it sort of sits against my body, which actually is quite nice for safety. It's sitting just, I can make it a bit longer. Like that. So it sort of sits on my waist. Bang on trend, I know, look. They are very trendy at the moment. They're everywhere. If they're in Primark, all the teenagers are going to want them. So, really nice and easy to do. You don't really need to template or anything with them. Cut it as I showed you. You could use fat quarters up, absolutely. You could use you'd have to piece your handle. That's the only thing, because you need a long piece, 35. But you could make 2 strips and just join them in the middle. Okay, so yeah, absolutely really nice. If you're making, charity makes, or you're doing craft stalls, these would be super on trend, as Sian said. The other thing you could do, because I've also seen this done, is put a little cam snap here and there, and you cam snap that bit together so it's like a little bag. I wouldn't be able to get enough in there for that, so I'm not going to do that. But you could, I suppose, also put a zipper, a zipper pocket on the front as well. Just do like a letterbox zipper on there if you wanted another zipper or anything in it. But yeah, very, very on trend apparently. Sian said so, and Sian knows. So yeah, nice little bag. I'm liking that one. That was going to come to Harrogate with me. I'm going to swap all my I'm going to sew up and swap all my makeup over. Right, my darlings. That's it for me. Sarah will be back tomorrow. She's got another great idea for charity stalls and stuff as well. So that she'll be here at 1 o'clock tomorrow, and then I will be back next week, but I will keep the Wednesday evenings. Okay, there seemed to be a general consensus you quite fancied a Wednesday evening, so I will keep those for the next few weeks, certainly up till Christmas. It'll give us time to do some more involved projects, or something that maybe requires a little bit more time over a couple of weeks. We can do that, can't we? I've actually got, well, Sian again. Sian's been all about what's on trend at the moment. A new idea for Christmas, if you've got a mantelpiece. It's really cool. I am working on a pattern for it. So, but that would be a couple of weeks, a couple of Wednesdays and stuff. So we can do that. Right, Cheryl, I will see you on Friday. I will go live, show you the quilt. Depending on how setup goes, depending on our trip, I will show you the quilt either tomorrow or it'll be first thing Thursday morning. Okay, guys? And if you're coming to Harrogate, come say hello. I'll see you all soon. Take care, my darlings.